Everyone, today is Tuesday, March 6, 2021. Time is 2:02 p.m. This is our weekly business meeting. I'm officially calling this meeting to order. Attending our commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Fillios, and I'm going to ask JP, would you please lead us in the pledge? Okay, then. Can we start off with approval of the consent calendar?
I move that we approve the consent calendar as listed on our business meeting agenda for March 16th, 2021.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Payables list, please.
I move that we approve the payables for the week of March 8th through 12th, 2021 in the amount of $843,726.88, and finally with jury panel payments in the amount of $427.24.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Any changes to the agenda?
Nope.
Hearing none. Moving on to our first action item. Item number 1, third amendment to the consultant agreement for professional services, Great West Engineering, Inc. for the Fighting Creek landfill. Planning solid waste. JP, our director for solid waste. Go right ahead.
Good afternoon, commissioners. Thank you for having me, JP or John Phillips for the record. In summary, this item is a proposed amendment to the consulting agreement with Great West Engineering for their assistance with updating our fill plan or grade plan at the landfill. This grade plan is important for maximizing airspace, planning infrastructure such as roads, stormwater control berms, things like that. Great West would complete this task order on an hourly rate basis not to exceed $10,900. This would modify an already existing contract with Great West for a total not to exceed $66,712.
Questions?
Nope.
Motion.
I move that we approve the third amendment for the consultant agreement for professional services with Great West Engineering for the Fighting Creek landfill planning.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Item number 2, authorization purchase of stationary compactor and containers for solid waste. JP.
Thank you again, commissioners. The Solid Waste Department requests authorization from the BOCC to utilize approved facility capital improvement funds to purchase a stationary cardboard compactor and two bins from the current fiscal year 21 budget. Funding is available in the Prairie Transfer Station Facility Improvement Cost Center. Currently, there's a little over $200,000 available in this budget line, and the entire cost of this project, including concrete, electrical, and the cardboard compactor with the 2 bins, is estimated at about $80,000.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we authorize the purchase of stationary compact and containers for solid waste.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Thank you, JP. Item number 3, Addendum B to the lease for Skymasters LLC at the airport. Stephen.
Commissioner Stephen Kjergaard for the record. This is an addendum to decrease the square footage of Skymasters lease. We are doing this to allow for another hangar to be built next to them. So as a temporary reduction, we'll see a new lease here in about a week or two, getting back the revenue that we're losing. And it's in the amount of $37.44 per year.
Okay. Motion.
I move we approve Addendum B to the lease for Skymasters LLC at the airport.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Item number 4, Work Order 21-03, construct the Gulfstream Road and Utility Project by TO Engineers at the airport. Stephen again.
Commissioner, this is a project that we discussed during a previous meeting for the utility project on the north side of the airport, also known as Gulfstream Road. where the airport will install all the utilities needed, and then the tenants will actually reimburse us for this cost. The amount for this agreement is $93,600, and we will then be reimbursed from the tenants as they build out that area.
Okay.
Stephen, so this is this isn't for the full project, it's just for the, engineering part?
This is the design, the observation, and and just the bidding process.
Okay, and then, we still need to talk about the fund balance and all that to make sure that, funding the entire project isn't gonna, mess something up, correct?
Yep, we're going to talk about that at the next Airport Advisory Board update meeting.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
Stephen, you made reference to observation.
Yep, construction observation to ensure that the sewer, the road, and the water lines are installed properly.
Oh, I see. Okay, I was thinking something different. Okay. Okay, thank you. Motion?
I move that we approve work order 21-03 for the construction of Gulfstream Road and utility project for the design and observation with TO engineers.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 5, amendment number 1, partial airport perimeter fence, automated gate, additional services, again, TO engineers. Stephen for the airport.
Commissioner Kjergaard, again for the record, this is for engineering services for designing and doing the FAA required paperwork for the automated gate additional add-on for the perimeter fence along near the airport R station. This will be 100% grant matched and should be funded by the FAA in the near future.
Okay. Motion.
I'm sorry, Stephen, you said 100% grant match? Does that mean,
It should be, we should be able to see a notification to our grant so that it's 100% match, and the amount is $10,615.30.
so none of it's our match, it's just 100% on their side?
It's 100%, they'll pick up the 100% cost.
Okay, thank you. The match was throwing me off, so thank you. Ready?
Yep. Motion?
I move that we approve amendment number 1 for the partial airport perimeter fence and automated gate project, additional services with TO engineers.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and motion's carried. Item number 6, grant application AIP 3-16-0010-051-2021, construct snow removal equipment, also known as the SRE building at the airport. Stephen?
Commissioner Stephen Kjergaard, again for the record, this is the grant application for the snow removal building. This is not the final price in any way, shape, or form. It is merely the grant application amount that we are submitting to the FAA. It's $2,433,050 or $500, and this is the current estimate for the SRE side of the facility. Like I said, though, this is not the final number, but this is the number we are submitting to the FAA asking for reimbursement.
And would this be at 100%, Stephen, or would this be like 90 or 93%?
As of right now, we believe it will be they will be at 90%. However, that may change to 100% FAA funded.
Okay, and if it's 90, does the state add 5% to that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Any more? Okay, motion?
I move that we approve the grant application AIP 3-16-0010-051-2021 for the construction of the snow removal equipment building at the airport.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion is carried. Item number 7, non-binding memorandum of understanding, also known as an MOU, for the Crisis Intervention Team Collaborative, City Police Department, County Sheriffs, County Paramedics, Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Regional Crisis Centers, Emergency Assistance Agencies, and Adult Misdemeanor Probation, speaking for which is our Director, Keith. Go right ahead, sir.
Keith Hutcheson for the record. This is a MOU seeking permission to sign for entering as a Department of Health and Welfare. It's a new team that was being put together, And what we're trying to do is be more proactive for mental health. So this is a mobile response, so the team would be able to come out and work with mental health to give them directed to where to go and what to happen, instead of having the burden down and maybe a possible jail or going into a hospital and emergency wards. Most of these people just need direction and help. So this is what this team put together to do, and I just need permission to sign this over as the director for this MOU.
Can I ask some questions?
Sure.
Is this a 24/7 team?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what they were telling us, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
so they want to get out, and they want to get out because mental health is a large issue that we deal with.
Right.
And we can get some preventive measures in place. This is what's going to help. And right now we have one of our officers that's on the team right now. And we're kind of just playing it by ear, see how it goes, the training and the expectations, and also just work team collaborative part of it.
Now, would this group interact with the North Idaho Crisis Center?
Yes, directly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Department of Health and Welfare. It's all work. They want to all work together.
Okay, cool.
And they're all working together with the team and to bring some mental health to the area, so it's not loading up the system.
Wonderful.
So
Okay.
I think it possibly down the road could help us with the indigent fund and everything else.
Great.
Thank you. Motion?
I move that we approve the memorandum of understanding for the Crisis Intervention Team Collaborative with City Police Departments, County Sheriff, County Paramedics, Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, and the Regional Crisis Centers and Emergency Assistant Agencies.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Commissioners, for your time.
Item number 8, memorandum of understanding with the Episcopal Diocese of Spokane for Camp Cross Parks and Waterways. Is Nick on?
Yes, good afternoon, Commissioners. Nick Snyder for the record. Before you is an MOU with the Episcopal Diocese of Spokane, which owns Camp Cross on Lake Coeur d'Alene. That agreement memorializes their responsibilities for the installation, the maintenance, and those financial responsibilities for 6 swim buoys, which are necessary to help protect the kids and the families that swim at that unique location. What makes it unique is that the swim area is located on a point that is difficult to see other boats coming around from the other side, which could and quite frankly has caused either boater to cut across the swim area in an attempt to avoid that oncoming boat. So the long-established swim area is unique in that it's located on that point, and the property just simply doesn't lend itself to move the swim area to another location. So I did observe it with Kootenai County Sheriff's Office, and we certainly agree that conditions are unique that warrant the county's involvement in assisting this camp that does serve the greater public with some safety devices to hopefully prevent a tragedy there, Commissioners.
Okay, west side of the lake, huh?
If you know where Lost Bay is on the
Yes.
west side of the lake,
Yes.
Commissioner, it's located just within about 1,000 yards in a straight shot from the boat launch at Lost Bay.
Yep, looking at the map. Okay, thank you. Questions for Nick? Motion.
I move that we approve the memorandum of understanding with the Episcopal Diocese of Spokane for Camp Cross buoys and swim area.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 9, maintenance agreement with H&H Business Systems, our sheriff's organization, and Information Technologies. Grant.
Thank you, Commissioners. This is a standard contract for a copier. Basically, we don't do maintenance on these copiers. We pay per page that we print, and you've probably seen dozens of these in front of you already, so I don't know how much information you want, but we always do an analysis on these to make sure that the cost per print is a better deal than what we can do ourselves, and it is again in this instance.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve the maintenance agreement with H&H Business Systems for a machine at KCSO.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Aye. I did it backwards. Okay. Item number 10, approval for tree removal at the Justice Building, Buildings and Grounds. Greg.
If you drive driven down Garden, you've seen those pine trees.
Yes.
Leaning pretty hard in the street. We just want to take care of them, get them out of there before another one falls over like the one did a couple months ago.
Okay.
I have a bid. It's $16,500. We're going to take that down. They're going to do it on a weekend, so there won't be any issues with that. And then we're going to save the wood, and we're going to cut it up and donate it to county employees or their other facilities.
Who's
Now-
doing?
Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Just two things. On the agenda, it talks about a $12,000 figure, but my understanding is he's not able to do the work in a timely manner. So we have another bid before us for the 16,000. Okay, great. And then just making a point that the wood, we would be charged to take it away. So that's why it's a donation situation and not donation's the wrong word because it's not valuable.
Okay. Who's doing the work?
The people doing the work will be,
Oh, I'm sorry. I got it. It's right in front of me. Okay, it's American. Okay.
yeah, American Trees.
Okay, fair enough.
And what denominations is this, we're gonna be cut up into?
We'll probably cut it up into 16-inch pieces.
Okay,
You know, it'll still be in the rounds,
okay.
so, but we, if not, it's gonna go in the landfill, and we might as well donate to people who can.
Absolutely.
I have no problem with the donation, I'm just, want people to be able to handle it
Yeah,
safely.
and
Okay.
we do have access to a wood splitter if we need to, so we could split pieces.
Okay,
Okay.
And we hope, we turned it into crimp, it may be covered that way, but we're not positive yet.
Right, because it's still, because of the windstorm, things have shifted so much that it's causing their removal. So, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Greg.
Okay, are we good?
Okay, item number, I'm sorry, motion.
I move that we approve the tree removal in front of the Justice Building using American Quality Landscapes for $16,500.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 11, approval for the new intercom system at the jail with ARC security integration. Go ahead, Greg.
It's basically to update the existing intercom system. It should have been taken care of in the expansion, but it was put on the side burner to save money. It just basically integrates it into the new system, so they'll communicate with each other. It's $12,160, and that'll come out of the jail maintenance budget.
Okay. Any questions for Greg?
Nope.
Motion.
I move that we approve the new intercom system for the jail with ARC security integration.
Second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 12, audiovisual solution proposal with Avidex, BOCC, Nancy Jones for us.
Nancy Jones for the record, Commissioner. You'll be pleased, I hope, to have this before you today. This is the contract to finally get working on the AV upgrade in these meeting rooms. This contract includes continual use of the existing microphones, the cameras, as much of the existing system as we can, and the Anycast, which will allow us to continue putting name tags up during our meetings, which the public has been very appreciative of. We will be adding 8 wireless boundary mics and a charging station, upgrading the audio to a digital signal processor. Current microphones are all analog, which is part of our issue. Very old technology for this kind of a setup. We will be installing a ceiling mount audio receiver and a control unit to support all of this. The contract did include 3 options for service plans. I've kind of spoken with you briefly about this, spoke with Dena, Darrow. Consensus seems to be that the 1-year advanced plan would be beneficial, at least for this first year, and then we can reassess. That will give us a 1-year warranty and upgrade us to 24/7 support, 2-hour response for service needs, and 1-year preventative maintenance. That cost, it adds $3,180 for a total cost of $50,980 to include all of the project management, the engineering, the labor, and the training on the system, plus the service plan. We'll have completion in about 2 months estimated, with the system down for approximately 2 weeks. This has been run by legal and through IT for their portion of this and signed off.
Okay. And work begins when?
We will get parts ordered this afternoon if I can.
Okay. And some coming from China?
I think they try to do as much local as they can. They keep stock.
Fair enough. Questions? Motion.
I move that we approve the audio-visual solution proposal with Avadex.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Thank you, Nancy. Resolution 2021-30, assigned fund balance for 2021. Our Finance Director, Dena Darrow. Go right ahead, Dena.
Thank you, Commissioner. Before you, you have Resolution 2020-30, your surplus fund balance allocation. So I think it was 2 weeks ago, we went through and allocated what would be in the assigned fund balance and what is in the unassigned. Your 2-month buffer of $20,435,610, with the rest, $11,800,727 going to assigned fund balance to be used in various ways in the upcoming budget or to be saved aside. So with your approval, we will move the funds into the appropriate accounts.
Motion.
I move that we approve Resolution 2020-30, which is the assigned fund balance for 2021.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Item 14, Resolution 2021-31, surplus vehicle, KCSO, sheriffs.
Somebody on the line for this? If you're talking to us, you're muted.
Who's speaking for the sheriff's organization? Anyone?
Can I handle it? Okay, I'm all right with handling it. It's
go right
kind
ahead.
of straightforward. There is a vehicle, 2001 Dodge van that has surpassed its use, and so they're asking to go ahead and get that auctioned, and the Blue Book value is approximately $1,963.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve Resolution 2021-31 for the surplus of a vehicle with KCSO.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. So we'll combine items 15 and 16. Resolutions 2021-32 and 2021-33 to classify and destroy records respectively for the sheriff's organization.
I think that's Lieutenant Scott Maxwell should be on the line.
Okay, Lieutenant, this is yours.
Commissioners, Lieutenant Maxwell for the record. Yep, it's time to destroy and make some room in our annex, and we're requesting to be able to destroy those records that have reached their end of their retention time.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve resolution numbers 2021-32 and 33, which is the classification and destruction of records per Idaho code.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Our final element, or final component, public comment. Does anyone wish to comment? Anyone online? Nancy? No? Okay. Time is now 2:27 and meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.